Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be going over the shapeshifters of the Bible. This is an interesting subject as this stuff is starting to manifest more and more and more as we get to the future. And it will become more prevalent. And I want you guys to be prepared and well equipped, right? And know what's going on. And I'm going to show you some videos today. One is pretty old and I'm sure you guys have seen it. But there's also a recent one which again I'm sure you guys have seen it. And then another one. But anyways, so very interesting topic today. So let's get started. So shapeshifting. In mythology, folklore, and speculative fiction, shapeshifting is the ability to physically transform oneself through unnatural means. The idea of shapeshifting is the oldest form, right? So this isn't some new trope, right? Of totemism and shamanism, as well as the oldest existent literature and epic poems such as the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Iliad. Now, some people say that this is, that Gilgamesh is Nimrod. I'm not 100% sure, but I will say that I think they're two different stories. I think Gilgamesh was before the flood, I do believe, from what I read of it, and which hasn't been much, and I'm not an expert, but I do want to say that some people say he is Nimrod. I don't 100% believe that, but I could be wrong. So, anyways, the concept remains a common literary device in modern fantasy, children's literature, and popular culture. This one's interesting here. Okay, so folklore and mythology. Popular shape-shifting creatures in folklore are werewolves. Stop that. Okay, we're werewolves and vampires, mostly common of European, Canadian, and Native American, early American origin. The Ichchadhari Nag and I'm sorry guys, Ichchadhari Nagin, shape-shifting cobras. So this right here, you have the I probably shouldn't say that because YouTube will probably think I'm being racist or something like that. But it's basically like Nagas. Okay, this is a snake people in mythology. Okay, that's what they were called. Not being racist, okay, but that's what they were called. That's where this Nagan comes from. Anyways, of India, the Huli Jing in East Asia, including Japanese Kitsune and Korean Kumiho, and the gods, goddesses, and demons and demonesses like succubus and incubus, and other numerous mythologies such as Norse Loki or Greek Proteus. Shapeshifting to form a gray wolf is specifically known as lycanthropy, sorry. I don't know if you guys have seen Underworld. This is where the word lycan comes from. Okay, so it just means werewolf, human wolf, shape-shifting human wolf, basically. Then you have the skinwalkers in Native American. Okay, so and such creatures who undergo such change are called lycanthropes. Therianthropy is the more general term for human-animal shifts, but it is rarely used in that capacity. It is also common for deities to transform mortals into animals and plants, right? This is where you get the witches turning people into frogs, stuff like that. Okay. Other terms for shapeshifters include metamorph, the Navajo skinwalker, mimic, therianthrope. Now, you guys know what these mimics are if you play D&D. Okay, so the prefix word coming from the Old English word for man, masculine rather than generic, is also used to designate shapeshifters, despite its root. It is used to indicate female shapeshifters as well. While the popular idea of shapeshifter is of a human being who turns into something else, there are numerous, my goodness, I can't read today, stories about animals that can transform themselves as well. Interesting. All right. So Hebrews 13:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Basically saying that you might come, up to this human, right? Or looks like a human, and maybe testing you or whatever, and asking for help, and it also could be a bad angel as well, right? So this is why, Paul tells us to test the spirits, right? To see if they are of God. And yet, if you do come in contact with these, ask them, did Jesus Christ come in the flesh? Simple as that. They'll they'll tell you no or yes, right? So, anyways. All right, 2 Corinthians 11:14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So Satan can transform himself into an angel of light, to a being of light, right? This is why when you have in occultism, paganism, you have the light, right? It is a false light. Satan's very good at getting pretty close to the truth. There's truth in it. Let me put it this way, like the New Age, right? Talks about being one. I'm you, you're me, we're all God, right? Type stuff. Well, in the Bible tells us to be like one body, right? But the difference, that there is I may be a finger, you may be a little, part of the mouth or something, figuratively speaking. But with New Age, it's I'm you, you're me, we're all the same, right? There's the lie. It's like 90% truth with 10% lie, right? That's how he works. So, anyways, moving on. So now we're going to get back into what I brought up, a week or two earlier. Okay, where is it? There we go. And whilst Abraham was proceeding with his son Isaac along the road, this is where he's taking him up, to where God's testing him to see if he would offer up Isaac, right? And of course, it wasn't going to happen. God just wanted to see if he would give up his son, right? It was a picture of Jesus Christ because God gave up his son, right? That's really what it was. People use that to bash Christianity, but it's like it didn't happen, right? You know what I mean? Anyways, because God already said that your seed will be like the sand of the sea, right? Anyways, so Satan came and appeared to Abraham in a figure of a very aged man, humble, contrite spirit. Oh, so remember, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Now here's Satan coming in a figure. Notice as it says figure of a very aged man, humble and contrite spirit. So he can come to you like he's a good person, right? Like he's the good guy. Anyways, there's another part where he turns him. I don't know if it's Jasher, but There is a part where he like turns himself into. Oh, here it is. Okay. And Abraham still rebuked Satan, and Satan went from them. This is the book of Jasher, by the way. Verse 23. Okay, I had to remember that. I lost my spot. Okay. Here we go. Verse 34. And Abraham still rebuked Satan, and Satan went from them. Seeing he could not prevail over them, he hid himself from them. And he went and passed before them on the road, and transformed himself into a large brook of water in the road. And Abraham and Isaac and his 2 young men reached that place, and they saw a brook, large and powerful as the mighty waters. And they entered the brook and passed through it, and the waters at first reached their legs. There you go. All right, so here we have a woman on an airplane. I'm sure you guys have seen this video. This is one of those that I said that you probably have seen, which all of them you probably have seen. So, anyways, I don't know why I'm even talking about it. So this is Mirror Now from the YouTube channel Mirror Now. So check them out if you want to see the original video here. And I'm sure there's other places, but please, support them since I'm using their video. But anyways, you know what? There we go. Okay.
And there's a reason why I'm getting the and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling.
See, she doesn't seem like a crazy kook, right? I guess like me, right? But she seems very disturbed. I'll just say. I don't think this is nonsense.
You right now that back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Yep. I'm going to bring this up again. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares, right? But we got to test all spirits, right? To see if they are from God. There's good ones and bad ones. Alright. So now we're going to move on here. Now I brought this up in the Warhammer video that I did, or Warhammer 40k video that I did. So, if you look here, this is Ninurta. Here's his bird form. Here he is as a human with wings. So, bird form. Or human form. So he can transform, right? Here's this one. Very interesting. Now, what I found, another interesting aspect, check this out. Men with faces like scorpions. So, very interesting. Found that I was just sitting here looking at that and I was like, what the heck? It's just crazy how accurate the Bible is, man. Crazy. Alright, now we're going to move on to the TikTok here. Uh-oh. I don't have a TikTok. Screw TikTok. I'm good enough for just the YouTube shorts, okay? Alright. I don't know if there's any music in this, so we're just gonna watch it here. I want you to notice as it starts shape-shifting here. I think this, let me see if it tells you where it was originally aired. Okay. Hmm. All right. 729. So this was 729. Was it 2023 or is that just a thing? I don't even know if that's. Anyways, not important. It was definitely recent though. I just recently saw it on like a news thing or something. But pay attention as it starts shapeshifting. Look at that. Now what I'm trying to figure out is this a Ophanum or is this a Seraphim? Or what is it, you know? This might very well be a Seraphim. Because I don't think Ophanum had wings per se, right? When it talks about wings in Ezekiel, it's talking about the cherubs that were with it. But very interesting. Did I bring it up? I might have. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll finish this out real quick. So very interesting. Okay, so Ezekiel 10:12, and their whole body and their backs and their hands and their wings and the wheels were full of eyes round about, even the wheels that they four had. I should probably bring it more context here. So when they went upon their four sides. They turned not as they went, but the place whither the head looked, they followed it, and they turned not as they went. Now, what this could be also, hold on, let me bring it up again. By the way, this is UFO nomenon, UFOnomenon, UFO nomenon. My goodness. So if you want to check them out, so I kind of want to watch this again here because just boop. Now, could this be a cherub and an Ophanum together? It could be that, but I don't know, man. It does look kind of like a seraphim as well, so I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, so very interesting. Now we're going to get into the skinwalker. So in Navajo culture, a skinwalker, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, is a type of harmful witch who is, or oh my goodness, who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. The term is never used for healers. In the Navajo language, Ye Nald Lushi translate. Sorry if I butchered that. Translates to by means of it, it goes on all fours. While perhaps the most common variety seen in horror fiction by non-Navajo people, the Yi Naldlushi is one of several varieties of skinwalkers in Navajo culture. Specifically, they are type of. Okay, I'm not even reading that. Navajo witches, including skinwalkers, represent the antithesis of Navajo culture values, while community healers and cultural workers are known as medicine men and women, or by other positive terms in communities' indigenous language. Witches are seen as evil, performing harmful ceremonies and manipulative magic, and a perversion of the good works of medicine people traditionally perform. In order to practice their good works, traditional healers may learn about both good and evil magic, and in order to protect against evil. But people who choose to become witches are seen as corrupt. I'm just gonna say it. Both are the same. They tell you, like this isn't just my opinion. They tell you it's the same, right? The only difference that white magic has is that there's rules, right? Basically, it. They tell you it's pretty much the same thing. So even they kind of get mad that people put, you know, connotations on it. It's not just me. Anyways, so the legend, we'll go, you guys get the gist, right? They're basically shapeshifters. Some say they just put on animal pelts and stuff like that, but no, they're the way like Native Americans tell it is they were shapeshifters. Okay, you know, one minute they were human, next minute they were an animal, a wolf, not just a human, with the pelt. Anyways, Ezekiel 31:4. So I gotta bring up this lady here again, like always, so that way you can see that she can shapeshift. So the waters made him great. The deep set him up on high. So if you're new, the waters made him great. It's talking about the Assyrian, who is a seraphim. He's not up there, he's not like top dog, but he's up there kind of with Satan. He's one of the seven, right, that I've talked about. In the Bible, we get 2, and in Enoch, we get 5. Okay. Anyways, the deep set him up on high with her rivers running about his plants, and sent her little rivers to the trees of the field. Actually, I'll show you so you guys don't. If you're new, I know most of you guys know what I'm talking about, but so behold, the Assyrian was a cedar in Lebanon with fair branches and a shattering shroud. Right? So this isn't just some guy. So let me show you. Verse 8, and the cedars of garden of God could not hide him. Garden of Eden. So it's not just a human. So, anyways, I just wanted to show that so if new people are watching, they can kind of get the context of what I'm talking about. So, here's the deep. The deep set him up on high with her rivers. And if we know, darkness was upon the face of the deep. Right here. This is the Norse goddess Hel, who's the goddess of the underworld. Actually, you know what? I'll bring it up just so people can see. 1, 2. KJV. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. Okay, so it's right here. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. Darkness was upon the face of the deep. You guys get it? So, there you go. I want to leave, or why am I trying to close that? What am I doing? Okay. And I did want to bring this because of the video that we're going to be watching, which is an old video, but a good one. So, this is Enoch chapter 100. So, and over all the righteous and holy, he will appoint guardians from amongst the holy angels, to guard them as the apple of an eye. So you got a guardian angel. That is actually true what the church has said. Ain't that something? The mainstream church, I should say. And makes an end of all wickedness and all sin, and through the righteous sleep a long sleep they have not to fear. But anyways, so there you guys go. He will protect you. Right? So I had some technical difficulties, so we're just going to go on full screen here and finish the video off. So to piggyback off the guardian angel thing, you've probably seen this video, and I believe this is in the Oriental countries, right? Not 100% sure where it's at. This is on the Tigor Lova YouTube channel, so please support her since I'm using her video and stuff. But anyways, I don't know her politics. I don't know who she is. But since I'm using her video, I think it's, you should support that. Okay. So, I want you to pay attention to that semi there. Okay. It's going to be coming from here where my cursor is. And then this entity is going to come from the right here where my cursor is. So, right here. Look how fast he's going. And I don't think this video is fake. And you'll see why. Boom. Boop. Boom. Okay. So that's at 0.5 speed there. I slowed it down because it gets pretty fast there. And they slow it down, and that makes it a lot slower so you can see it better. But anyways. So look at it, man. He's like, what the? I don't think that's fake. So let's go. We're going to even look further. So he walks off, right? And that's that. So they're going to slow it down here. So watch the right. Look at this. It's light. I think he's one of the good guys, right? That light, remember? It's that light. The light of God right there. In the last week's video, right? Where Moses was seeing face to face with God and his face became bright, right? So very interesting. Very interesting, guys. The kingdom of darkness is rising. They no longer care about hiding. They're coming out in the forefront. You see it in the videos that I brought up. They are coming. I don't want you to be scared because Jesus gave us all power, gave us the authority of all the power of the enemy, right? And we saw in the book of Enoch there that he assigns guardian angels, right? So there's no reason to be scared. We are the ones who will be victorious, right? And I just want you guys to be prepared. So you guys know what's coming. You can understand it, right? And have tools in your tool belt. You know what I mean? And I also want to inspire you to read the Word of God, that it's a lot more than what we're given, And it's very frustrating that the mainstream church doesn't inspire, you know what I mean? They get you emotional, but they don't inspire, you know what I mean? People, uh-oh. I accidentally pushed a button. But anyways, guys, before I screw up anymore, thank you for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day.